Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How are y'all doing today? I hope you are having an amazing day. Can I be honest? I'm not. My day sucks. Okay, my day sucks, but I'm here. I can just be, or I can come and talk to y'all about everything that's happening in the news because it's a lot of stuff going down. All right. And I could sit here and wallow in my bad day. Okay. I could sit here and wallow in my bad day, or we can have a conversation about everything that's happening. I hope y'all can hear me clearly. I have my mic on. Sometimes I don't know if it's working correctly. Hold on. Let me move it around. I hope y'all can hear me. As you can see, I'm not at my desk because, again, I just don't feel like it. I'm not, no. So I'm in my new chair. I showed y'all my chair. My chair is so dope. Oh, don't mind this. This is my YouTube hat. I'm in my bedroom chair. Y'all seen this photo before if you've been here long enough. Um, so I guess let's just get into it. Like this video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Um, Just all that good stuff. Okay. So first of all, before we get into anything, I want to send a shout out to one of our longest subscribers, one of our longest members. She probably is our longest member. Okay. I believe she turned 63 today. So shout out to DC. Okay. California. Amazing. Okay. Shout out to DC, our purple hair diva. All right. Shout out to her. It's her birthday today. I believe it's 63. Don't hold me to it. But fine like wine. Okay. We age like good money, baby. So shout out to DC. I want to say that, like I said, I'm not having a good day, but I could soak in my feelings, or I could come on here and talk to y'all about what I've been seeing. All right. Shout out to independent media. Okay. Hey, Nadi. All right. So let's start. Where do we start? It's so much. Oh, did y'all hear? We're gonna get into the files in a minute. But did y'all hear that a lot of these icicles are not getting paid? Did y'all hear that the icicles are really, a lot of them are not getting paid? They're not receiving their paychecks. A lot of them, listen, you are committing, y'all, they are out here thinking they are playing Grand Theft Auto out this hole, okay? Okay? I don't really play video games, but that's the only video game I can even think of. They are out here doing the most, and they're not even getting paid. Shout out, hold on. Shout out to independent media. Okay, I'm about to go in today. I don't give, today is one of those days that I don't give a flying about. Okay, I am not in a good mood. So we gonna have fun today. I don't give a fuck about nothing. All right, we gonna have fun today. They're not getting paid. A lot of them, mind you, remember they talking about they was giving them a $50,000 bonus or whatever. The bonus is at 5-year increments. Hindsight 2020, y'all ain't gonna be around in 5 years. This whole shit is either gonna crush underneath y'all or be saved by us. Okay, y'all ain't gonna have this 5-year plan, but nonetheless. The insurance ain't kicking. Some of these people talking about, because they up on Reddit, y'all. They up on Reddit. They on Reddit. Yes, thank you so much, Nadi, for the donation. They are up on Reddit talking about, asking each other, did they get their first paycheck yet? Some of them are working for months. And you know what I thought of? This girl on TikTok. I don't be on TikTok, but Um, this girl Tabitha, I forgot her name, Tabitha Truths or something like that. She's here on YouTube as well. Because like I said yesterday, YouTube is the place to be. Okay, TikTok ain't about that life at all no more. She posted this girl who I guess on TikTok, one of those, Caucasians who only care about herself, et cetera, talking about, well, I don't care. I'm only worried about getting money. I would report the immigrants for free. So I was like, well, so y'all are rounding up the immigrants for free. Stand on business. The gag is they got 75 billion with a B dollars. Billion with a B dollars to pay these people, to give these people the insurance, the 401k, the yada, yada, yada. And most of them aren't getting a fucking check. You know where that money is? I can tell you where that money is. These are wood handles. We tried to tell y'all years ago, okay? Us New Yorkers, we know that New Yorker. Y'all money is somewhere in some Swiss island somewhere. You ain't never gonna see it again, okay? But you said you was gonna do it for free. And the gag is, I am waiting. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I am waiting for Orangina to pop up on his platform. No, he's more than likely going to do it on a video. I'm waiting for him to just be like, well, y'all said y'all was going to do it for free, so just do it for free. I am waiting because I know it's coming. I know the audacity of it all. I know it's coming. And I love that for them. I love that they are putting their lives on the line. Now, I don't mean now, they're still putting their lives on the line now because, one of these days, the rest of them are going to get go understand what the fuck is happening and buck back. I mean, the rest of the immigrants, the black ones is doing just fine. They're going to pop back. Speaking of the black immigrants, I have something to say in a minute, but I love the fact that some of them are talking about, they have sick children and shit, and they ain't got no insurance and shit. I love that for them. I don't give a fuck about nothing or none of them. I swear to God. Can I tell y'all something really quick? I told y'all there was a situation that happened last week with my daughter. This is not why I'm upset today. Okay. I've dealt with that. Okay. It was a situation, in her school, it's not a lot of us in their schools, and some random, kids thought it was appropriate. Some random ninth graders at that, right? Who don't even know her or whatever, thought it was appropriate to call her racial name, right? Just walking past each other on a staircase, literally don't know her. And like, I was talking to my therapist yesterday, and when I tell you the peace that came over my body when I comprehended how they got suspended, their parents got called, et cetera, et cetera. And the gag is, these were immigrant children. Can I say that? That's a thing in New York City. That's a thing in a lot of these schools. You see how affirmative action works, right? Anyway, these are immigrant children. It's not the white kids in these schools who act the way they act. It's the immigrant children, I guess, who think if they do it all this weird ass shit that I'm gonna be down. They're not gonna be down. Anyway, just thinking of the ramifications of what they did in the 9th grade and how that's going to follow them. And I told my daughter, like, by the time she's in college, she's not even going to remember what happened. Shout out to her for not allowing them to break her at all. She went to class, did her rehearsal for the thing she did last week, and then she went to the VP office and they handled business. But the ramifications of that, when there are a bunch of minorities who you will need 3 years from now to write you a recommendation, I think is fucking phenomenal. I think it's fucking phenomenal. You get what you deserve. I don't give a fuck about nothing. Decency. And I don't care if they're 14 years old. Can I just say that? We're having a conversation. I don't give a shit if they're children. I hope it follows them to the day they die. I hope when they're ready for these college recommendations and their shit, that they won't even remember what they did. I hope that they spend the next couple of years, thinking, well, I had a 4.0 and I had, a 1500 SAT and and not realizing that that some shit they did in the ninth grade is gonna mollywop them when it comes to college admissions. I hope to God, because even though what they did, the counselor was just like, the counselor already nominated my child as the nomination for the schools for this huge scholarship. She sent me the information. I was like, well, y'all have to nominate them. I can't apply. And she was like, yeah, I was just sending it to you. You dug a hole so bad because you want to be down. You dug a hole so bad, you done got her, you already made it official that she's going to be the person nominated for this scholarship. And you done fucked yourself 3 years before you even need a school recommendation. And I love it for them. Like I love it for these icicles. I love it for them. You're out here, think you're playing G.I. Joe when you couldn't even pass the police exam. You couldn't even get into the fucking army, and you're not getting paid. And then in a couple years, people will be hunting you down, regardless of wherever you run on this planet, for the rest of your life. I love that. I fucking adore it. I adore it. I'm gonna keep it above. I fucking adore it. Let me, I'm gonna pivot real fast. Y'all know I am the child of immigrants. I am Black. I consider myself Black American 100%. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklyn girl. I grew up in a star, surrounded by blunt, but I am Black American. I know my history. I know my culture. I know when people look at me, who they see. I know what's up. Somebody made a comment about Nicki Minaj, right? Nicki Minaj wasn't born here. I told y'all the difference between some of us sometimes, and she's just a miserable Trini bitch. Can I say that? Can I tell y'all something personal? I don't even date Trini dudes no more. Can I tell you this? And this is not just, this is not a Nicki Minaj thing. This is just the old miserable Trini bitch shit. They're horrible people. They're horrible mothers. Listen, if that nigga mama alive, don't fuck with him. Trini bitches is horrible. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I don't know a Trini bitch that I like. Okay, Trini bitches is horrible. Okay, they think they sons' wives. Them type of weird women. Okay, I can't stand Trini hoes. So I'm not really shocked about when people are like, oh, she did that. That's just miserable Trini bitch. All the shit she been doing. I've been trying to explain it in a way that wouldn't make me sound like I'm hating on immigrants or Trini or whatever. But as someone born and bred in Brooklyn who, understands the Caribbean, understands the culture, Trini bitches is horrible and miserable and fucking, and this Nicki Minaj is the prototype of an old miserable Trini bitch. Let me just say that. Okay. All right. It's few of them that is cool. I'm not, but when you think of Trini bitches in New York City, that old miserable bitch like Nicki Minaj, that's who you think of. Very few. You could come across a couple of them that's really cool, and and they'll tell you, yeah, most of my family, them mean son of bitches. They will tell you, right? So I want to say that, but I want to talk about this guy just for a second. They got that Grammy. It was the Grammy, right? The country dude. Shabazz, Shaboom, Shabada. As someone who was born here, has someone who grandmother came here in the late 40s, early 50s, as someone who knows my history and the history of Black people who are on the Western Hemisphere, who are from the Western Hemisphere, let me say that. Some of these hoes are so fucking embarrassing. Some of these hoes are so fucking embarrassing. I comprehend that I read his mother Nigerian. I don't give a fuck. At this point, we all went to school here. Majority of this hoe sings country music. I am fucking embarrassed. Yes, immigrants have came here and we've done a lot. But bitch, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? This country wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the people that were dragged over here. This whole fucking hemisphere, from the top to the tippy toe of the bottom, wouldn't be what it is for not the people who were dragged over here in fucking chains. Are we dumb? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for saying, are you dumb? I'm sorry to the people whose ancestors have been here for so long. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that people who look like us can be so fucking ignorant. I'm fucking embarrassed that you being born here and growing up here and you don't understand American history. I would say it's not Black history. It's fucking February. It's not Black history that you don't understand American history and that you could fix your fucking face to say that dumb shit. I'm embarrassed. They just keep embarrassing me. They keep embarrassing us, majority of us who were born here and understand here and experience here. And like, it's so fucking embarrassing. Like, who raised y'all hoes? I'm just, and I get it. I get the fact. And I get that I had to teach my mother about American history because she didn't grow up here. I get that. I get that a lot of us who were born here had to turn around and teach our parents certain things. I comprehend that, right? 100%. So I get a lot of these old people who may not know certain things because they didn't learn it in school like we learned it in school, right? They know the history of where they from, right? I get that. But it was our jobs to like teach our mothers and our fathers these fucking things if they did not learn. You know, now my mama loves to read. She be reading shit. She be learning shit. But when I was young, I remember being a little kid after my mother got her citizenship and telling her who to vote for and explaining government to her. I remember testing her on her questions for her to get her nationality. I remember explaining the history of this fucking country to her. Because I learned that from not only from my school, just from my fucking world and my fucking surroundings. I grew up in a fucking the sty in Crown Heights. Everybody in my grandmother building, like I said, she came over here in some people say the late 40s, early 50s. Everyone in her building was from, that's why I kind of sound like I'm from the South sometimes. Every lady that lived in her building was from the fucking South. And I used to have to go downstairs and get them. I was the only kid in the building. Had to go get the mail for everybody and go to these people's apartments and go to the store for them. I grew up learning these things. We all grew up learning these things. Why are we playing dumb? Even if you are dumb. In 2026, on the fucking Grammys, winning a fucking country music award. You can't be that fucking dumb. That means you grew up. I don't know where the hoe grew up, but to me, he grew up in Nashville-esque sort of areas, AKA you grew up around other black people. How are you so dumb, Sway? How could you fix your face? Fuck your apology. I'm offended. I'm offended. I'm embarrassed. That's how the Nigerians say it. I'm embarrassed. Are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Country music, we know, originated by Black Americans. We all know this. Like hockey, like every fucking thing, because whatever. Nobody that show black asses around is Black American. Even if you are so stupid that you never paid attention in school, you never went to no Juneteenth event in Nashville. The fuck? Nobody around you that was like, nah, Sway, what? Why would you say that? It's embarrassing. Are you not embarrassed? I just had to say that because my blood was boiling when I saw that. I was like, this fucker right here, boy. I was like, this fucking idiot. This fucking idiot. I'm just taken aback. And like I told y'all at the beginning of this video, I'm not having a great day, so I ain't got no filter. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Side note, just so you know, I don't give a fuck. You're gonna get cussed out in the comments. Don't fuck with me today. Anyway, what else were we talking about? The icicles not getting no money. I'm waiting for Orangina. They ain't really give their paychecks. Everything fucked up. They paychecks. That bonus they were supposed to get is going on their regular paychecks, is being taxed to death. I love that for them. I love it. I cannot wait. I can't wait for the debts to stack up. Like, how are you gonna escape this place when people are looking for you? Like Germany was out here searching for people all over the globe. You don't have no money. You can't escape. I love it for them. It's going to be so great. It's going to be so great. Okay. What else? It's a lot of shit that's been happening. Okay. It's so much shit that's been happening. I saw what's her name? Melinda Gates. Melinda Gates is over it. You don't know gag. You want to know the gag? Remember a couple years ago when QAnon, and this is the gag, because us black people, we knew this shit already. When they were talking about, pedophile rings and buying children from Wayfair and Walmart and all this weird shit. We all were like, the white Republican people. Like, not to say the Democrats don't do that shit, but you know how they say, when you do something, blame the other person? Like, y'all niggas did not comprehend. Elon Musk got Twitter offices, because we gonna stand on Twitter. His Twitter offices in Paris, they ran through them hoes. And then Elon tried to look for, proof and all of this shit. Then Elon tried to pop shit. Why? The official, one of Paris official accounts, the government accounts, was like, oh, we ain't pussy and we coming for you. We don't give a fuck who you are. Oh, baby, when I tell you. And Melinda Gates, is it Melinda Gates? I think it's Melinda Gates. She said it best yesterday. That's why I said the shakeup is shook. The shakeup is shook, baby. I always say they've done this Project 2025. Now they got 26 and all this shit. And their plan. None of this shit. And all the time that is recorded to more than likely the time that has never been, that was previous to recorded time. Who knows, right? Before Sumerians or whatever. Nothing really goes as you fucking plan it to go. Especially for these sorts of people attempting to do these sorts of things. It never goes as planned. Like they plan for us to be outside and rage, fighting the powers and getting shot in the street. They planned for us to be the ones that was getting, it does not go as planned. He bought America, but Europe is like, nah, we got you. When I say when they chase Elon, everybody with the last name Trump, every one of the grifters, as they call it, down all over the world, it's going to be an amazing time to be alive. Because it's going to be, can you imagine? They're going to be chasing this man all over the planet. Like he's Lex fucking Luthor. Because he's the equivalent of Lex. Elon woke up when he was a little kid. He used to watch Batman. And he didn't want to be Bruce Wayne. He wanted to be Lex fucking Luthor. And he did that. He did that. He did that. But Lex Luthor, at the end of the day, doesn't win. Rome fell. When you plan for other people's, when you dig, how they say when you dig a grave for other people, you better dig one for yourself as well. That's where we are. That's where we are. And I love that for everybody involved. They're going to dig a grave. They're attempting to think they're digging a grave for us, but they're digging a grave for themselves. And they're not meant. And you know how, and I've said this before, like we didn't have a conversation about, we don't have conversations about a lot of these things. We just all know. It's like the ancestors just spoke. It's like the ancestors had a meeting and spoke to all of their children at one fucking time. On occasion, it started the day after the election. Just speak every couple of months. Just tell us some shit all at once, and we just know. They don't see it. They don't see it. They can't see it. The white supremacy and the idea of it and the blinding of it is so strong. It allows them not to see the horse before the cart, if that makes sense. And is going to be, and is the reason, not going to be, because we're watching this shit happen in real time, and it's still not clicking. And to some of them, it's clicking. And maybe those are the ones that are meant to, at the end of the day, survive this. Maybe maybe that's why for some of them it's starting to click in. But when I tell you, and I said this last week, a week before, whatever, the everything you think and I say this damn near every day at this point. Y'all know I'm not religious, but everything, I know that's in the Bible somewhere though. Everything you plant for others is going to happen to you because of pure wickedness is unfolding. We're watching it happen. The richest people on the fucking planet have officially been exposed for their hostile ways. Y'all seen Hostel? Y'all seen Hostel? That shit real. That shit apparently was Epstien Island and a lot of other places. A lot of these women, because we know women have disappeared all the time, right? I tell y'all a lot. There are people, I've read the statistics somewhere, and every 6 block radius, I live in New York City, so it's blocks, but maybe every quarter mile, I don't know, depending on, how the streets are set up in your town. Someone is locked, some woman or child is locked in some nasty man's basement. Somewhere. Every 6 block radius per se. Some woman is chained to some nasty motherfucker's pole somewhere. The amount of women who were, because they're still playing around. They're still fucking around. They're still talking about the essays of the children. Yeah. Real shit. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them. All of them. That's why I don't think, I've not said this before, men shouldn't run the world because their penises run them. They should never be allowed to run the world because their penises run them. We're still talking about the girls who experienced essays and are alive to tell their stories. Do you know how many? The ones who are still here, in my opinion, I'm wood chair. I love the handles. I love this chair. Anyway, the ones who are still here and are alive to tell their stories, I say this and I stand on it. Independent media here are only a portion of the girls, little boys who suffered through these men. Are only a portion. They have stories about Andrew over there, about how he unalived. That is the just a sprinkle of what these men will do to keep themselves in power. Men will destroy the world for pussy. Men will throw their lives, their households, their families, their children. Men will abandon their children. Men will abandon their children for coochie. Men will destroy the world for pussy. That's probably why they shouldn't be in charge. They will destroy the fucking planet for coochie. That Helena Troy story, whether it's true, whether it's not true, you know, some people say it's true, it's not true, whatever. The Helena Troy story, hold on, let me get my thing. Hold on a second. That Helena Troy story, I don't like dirty nails. Whether it's true, not true, you know, ancient history, not ancient history, it just proves that men will will throw their families under the bus, their countries under the bus, the world under the bus for coochie. For coochie. Wars have been started over coochie. People will destroy men will destroy their families on a random fucking Tuesday. On a random fucking Tuesday. For the prospect. For the prospect of coochie. These men, excuse me, who we call icicles right now. Let's put this together. They're on Reddit complaining about they're not getting paid, they're not whatever. They're out here murdering and torturing people in the streets for the shits and giggles of it all. You heard me? For the shits and giggles of it all, because they're on one side they're complaining they're not getting paid. I'm not going to a job I'm not getting paid for. Peep game. I'm not doing it. They are excited at the prospect of waking up every morning and potentially being able to kidnap people, torture people. One man, they brought him to the hospital. I think I read that this weekend. They broke his skull. They tried to say he ran into the shit and did it to himself. And the doctors, this is why they don't want y'all to go to school. The doctors were like, the way his skull was broken. No, they stomped his head and they broke his skull. They are so excited for the possibility to be able to kidnap, unalive, essay some girl that they pick up, that they were willing to do it for fucking free. And do you think the millionaires and billionaires of this world are any different? A man is a motherfucking man. Y'all know I'm from Brooklyn. I tell you all the time. Normally I say, there will be no Jay-Z slander on my channel. I've been saying that for years. There'll be no Jigga slander on my channel. Y'all can slander that hoe. At the end of this, I really think that us women will become dominantly in charge of not just this country. It needs to be this country as well, but of the world. Because men can't be shit. Men can't, especially these white men, they can't be trusted with their own girl children. They can't be trusted with their own daughters. look at everything that's coming out when they spent damn near a year, and I believe it was like 1,000 FBI agents redacting shit. Shout out to Jeffrey Epstein for being such a fucking douche, but keeping immaculate records. You know what I read this morning? Jeffrey Epstein left the girlfriend that he had. She was like a little 20, not Giselle. He left the girlfriend, the island, a jet, like 4 or 5 other homes, one in Florida, one in New York, all over the world, and gave her $50 billion, I believe it was, and left Giselle $10 million. When being a pick-me goes wrong, I fucking died. After she gave her life to being that man's madam. It's so many people who are being exposed, who will be exposed. And at the end of the day, it's on us women, because these hoes ain't ever gonna hold these hoes responsible. It's on us women to stand up and take account and be realistic with who that side of the human race is at the core. Let me go look at some of these comments. How's everyone doing? Please don't forget to like this video. Like it now. I'm not having a good day, but I guess I just wanted to come to talk to y'all. I ain't doing shit. Hope y'all having a great day. Hope it's better than mine. Happy birthday to DC. If you're in here, shout out to DC. It's her birthday. Hopefully you're not in here. Hopefully you outside. Okay, our purple diva. Go outside. Please don't forget to like this channel. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on my other social media platforms and all that good shit. If you can, donate to the channel. It is thoroughly appreciated. Yada, 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 yada. All right. Let me tell you something. One thing, and we've been saying this, because us New Yorkers been telling y'all about him. Been telling Middle America, been telling, like, y'all got gassed up by New York City traits. Y'all got gassed up by New York City traits. Not what he believed, but how he expressed it. Like, we just say what it is and we call it a fucking day. I'm waiting for the day that he gonna tell y'all, so who cares if you don't get paid? I think it's coming soon. Y'all said y'all would do it for free as patriots. And you know what? Since y'all complaining, you're not getting your check. I am waiting on it because it's going to happen. That $75 billion is in. They're going to find it. They're going to find it because the world is coming together on these hoes. Everybody else is like the fucking transforming on these hoes. We go, but that bitch is in other countries somewhere collecting fucking equity for somebody with a last name Trump. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's his name, Shabozi. I don't give a fuck what his name is. She said, "Ain't nothing but a little Scorpio aggression." Yes, I am up. I have my own shit going on. I'm not feeling. I'm not in a good. I'm just not. I'm just not feeling it today. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not feeling it at all today. Hope I'll be better tomorrow. But like, I might throw a piece of hard fucking snow at somebody's head on a fucking just randomly. Not anybody specifically, but like that's how I'm feeling today. Like, don't even play with me. I might bust you in the head with a piece of fucking ice outside or some shit. Just leave me alone. She said, "What you reap is what you will sow." Shaboozy my ass. She said, and she's in jail and can't benefit from it. Child, imagine. And she's still a pick me ass bitch. Imagine you gave your life. She gave her life, any sort of decency she may have had before, to please this horrible man. For him to leave you $5 million when he has billions and billions and billions of dollars. $5 million ain't shit to millionaires and billionaires. And she still, I swear, them bitches, all them type of bitches need to die out too. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm just over the whole thing. I swear to God. Are you not embarrassed? I want to know. Because I sure as fuck am embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you. Like, who raised y'all hoes? I don't know. So, yeah, like I was saying, Melinda. Is it Melinda? I feel like it's Melinda. Melinda Gates came out. It was true. You could tell by her face expression. She was basically like, I'm just so glad I'm out of that marriage. She knew. She knew. She probably didn't know the extent. How much, you know what they say, where the bodies are buried? Oh my God. I feel like there are thousands of young girls, not even hundreds. I feel like there are thousands of young girls who were considered missing from around the world, missing, yada, 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 who were playthings to these men. I was going to say people, but men. I know there were women involved, but like they were being used too. But they deserve the death penalty too, don't get me wrong. But for these men, at the end of the day, I believe there's thousands of young girls and young boys who are not here anymore, who are sacrificed, who were not. This goes deeper. My opinion, I'm sticking to it. This is allegedly whatever, whatever, but I'm gonna say it. There are thousands of young. This was not just sexually. Can I say that? I'm gonna stand on that. They were out here sexually doing sexual things to these children. Yeah, to these children, to these young adults. Yeah, they were also out here playing out games of that movie Hostel. They were out here being destructive, torturing, unaliving, just for the sake, just because it's a random fucking Tuesday. all the shit that you hear and you, yeah. But it's not the, you know how back when they were like, oh, because the Democrats, shut the fuck up. It's all white men. There's some black ones too, and some Indians and some Arabs and some all of that, of course. But men. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the more conservative, the more conservative an area is or whatever, the freakier and the nastier and the more destructive they were. I believe there's dungeons. I believe they're out here hunting people down, like in games and forests and shit, on secret islands and shit that we ain't never even heard of. They're hunting people. All of those fucking weird ass things that we have heard could be possibly occur are fucking happening. They're happening. They're happening. And this is just the first, this whole Epstein thing is just the first layer of the onion. It's just the first layer. And it gets real bad up underneath there. And don't say, oh, well, why would they? And how could they? People have done worse in recorded history. In recorded history. I believe they're out here serving up literal human beings at dinner tables. Like the whole person. Baked like they Hansel and Gretel and shit. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it gets weird. I believe it gets warped. I believe the more power and the more money a lot of these men have, the more depraved they are. I believe this is not nothing new. I get now it's just I'm not even gonna say more organized because they're kind of always been doing this. Let's not act like we don't know of just European kings who have unalived women for less. Because they wanted to be with someone else. They set women on fire because she was too cute, too sassy, too well spoken, or just too. They fed babies to alligators. They wear clothes made from human skin. They know and they do drink and bathe in blood. The fact that they know these things, even if they act like, oh, the fact that they know these things. Child, in my opinion, the reckoning is coming. And it's coming, it's going to come globally, and it's going to come for every last one of them. The depravity. The depravity. Hey, Sydney. Sydney's a Scorpio. Yeah, but see, the thing is, someone in the comments said it sounds like slave over mess, owner mess. Yeah, but the thing is, those people are still in those positions, right? It might not officially be a plantation, but just like they did those horrible things to humans because they could afford to. That's where the aha is. It's the I can afford, just like men who abuse their wives, right? Treat their wives like shit, do all these things because I pay the bills, right? That same sort of mentality. Think about it. That same sort of mentality. Think about it if he had 40 million or $40 billion. That just makes it worse. But now he has the funds to be able to go on a hunt in Zanzibar and actually go and hunt humans. Yeah, on the Swiss Alps. In some of these places that are so fucking isolated and surrounded by woods and ice or water, and it's really like I said, it's the hostile of it all. Because again, it's not just they touched on it. They just touched on it. And I guess they left that part when they were talking about Prince Andrew because they feel like they can't do anything to him. They left that part. But like, you think it's just Prince Andrew that was out here torturing people to and then doing whatever? How much European history do we know? I know a lot of history, period. But how many, just think about it, European history that we know of people who tortured human beings for the shits and giggles of it, who literally bathe in blood. Mm, that's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all. I might come back later. Like I said, I'm not in a good mood, but I like talking to y'all. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden. Yada, yada, yada.